I don't usually tell people this because it sounds crazy, but I swear on everything I've got that I saw a werewolf, or something like it. It happened about 2 years ago, just outside this little town where I grew up. The place is quiet, nothing exciting ever happens. You know the type, small town, lots of fields, woods all around. So I was driving home from a friend's house. It was late, maybe around 1 or 2 in the morning. We had a few drinks, but I wasn't drunk. Just a little buzz, nothing serious. I remember the moon was out, big and bright. It was one of those nights where the moonlight lights up everything, almost like daylight, but with that eerie glow. I was on this stretch of road that runs along the edge of a forest. It's pretty isolated, no streetlights, just trees on both sides. I've driven that road 1,000 times, so I wasn't thinking much of it. But then, as I rounded this bend, I saw something out of the corner of my eye. At first, I thought it was a deer or a coyote, something like that. We get a lot of animals crossing the road out there. I slammed on the brakes, and that's when I saw it. This strange creature. It was tall, like 6-7 feet, maybe taller, and covered in dark fur, but it wasn't a bear or anything like that. It had these long, muscular arms and legs, and its head. It looked like a wolf, with these yellow glowing eyes and long, pointed ears. But it wasn't just a wolf. It was more human somehow, like it was standing there waiting for me. I'm telling you, the thing looked at me. It didn't flinch, didn't run away. It just stared, like it wasn't afraid of me or the car or anything. I sat there frozen, just staring back at it, and I swear it was grinning at me. Not a full smile, but like it was waiting for my reaction. My heart was pounding, and all I could think was, what the hell am I looking at? I was shaking, couldn't even move for what felt like forever, but was probably just a few seconds. It took a step toward my car, and when it did, I snapped out of it. I floored it. I didn't care what was in front of me. I just needed to get out of there. As I sped off, I glanced in the rearview mirror and saw it running after me, on all fours this time. It was really fast, like it could have kept up if it wanted to. But then it just stopped and stood there, watching as I drove away. I didn't slow down until I hit the main road, maybe 10 minutes later. My hands were shaking so bad I had to pull over. I just sat there, trying to make sense of what I'd seen. I mean, it couldn't have been real. There's no such thing as werewolves. That's what I kept telling myself. But I know what I saw. That thing is something I never thought I would encounter. I didn't tell anyone about it for a while, because who's going to believe a story like that? People would think I was drunk or imagining things. But a few weeks later, I heard from a guy I know in town, one of those people who's always out hunting or camping in the woods. He told me he saw something strange, described it almost exactly like I saw it. This tall, wolf-like creature on 2 legs. And he wasn't the only one. A couple of other locals around town had seen it, usually late at night, always near the edge of the woods. They didn't call it a werewolf, but they all described the same thing. I haven't seen it again since, but I don't drive that road at night anymore. I avoid it completely if I can help it. Every once in a while, I think about going back just to see, maybe get some proof if I got the chance. But for now, I'm content with just the strange memory of that night, knowing the world is a much stranger place than most people think.